up for something.
Never.
Who needs it? Do we actually need the man?
I've never told y'all a day before, so each one of y'all owe me a favor now.
Was it 2 days before?
That's 2 days before I talked to you guys. So that was yesterday.
Did you guys have the clothes?
Red velvet cake, right?
Yes, a red velvet cake.
Y'all owe me a favor when I asked for it. So y'all all owe me a favor. All right, shoot up. Who's first? I talk about the scrimmage. That's what I'm
Participate.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be short. Don't ask for this favor now. It's going to be a quick one. Just getting ready for tomorrow's scrimmage. You know, came out and did maybe a short punt drill and did a 2-minute drill basically, and that was it. Just getting ready to see the guys go out and compete tomorrow. It's the last scrimmage. See how guys bounce around. Correct the mentals from offense and defensively. Offensively, make sure that we correct the turnovers and the drops and things like that. And defensively, the missed tackles you want to correct, and then in the big plays, things like that. So we'll find out tomorrow, and then we'll narrow our list down after that on. It's going to still be the next 25 on the team. Who's going to be the guys? They're going to come from special teams. That's going to come from second team guys and things like that. It's going to be, where we at that position after the scrimmage.
Is this kind of like, game 3 of preseason in the sense of more ones-on-ones, and the rest of it's guys playing for jobs?
Yes, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be ones-on-ones for the most of the part. The first 2 scrimmages, the ones didn't really get that many plays, but now you're going to see a lot more ones to put them in situations. It's going to be all special teams phases: punt, kickoff return, punt return, and kickoff. So all 4 phases go in, and the guys going to be whoever played in the game. That's position what you're going to be playing on special teams. So it's more kind of tiresome because most of the guys that we didn't play in the scrimmage, like you just say, for instance, like Colin. Colin played on our punt team, but he got like 3 plays of punt. He played about 15, 20 plays, 25 plays at max in the scrimmage. Now it's going to have to rev it up. Now you're going to add another 20 plays onto him, and then now to see how he can handle it.
Hoop and Fudge.
They've been doing drills. But nothing, no contact and stuff like that. They've been doing all drill work, do 7-on-7. Some 9-on-9, but not very limited. We just want to make sure that we don't put those guys in bad situations.
So obviously tomorrow they don't go.
No, they won't go.
Who else is sitting out tomorrow?
Don't know. I don't know until tomorrow, until they show up. I can tell you one thing, and somebody else will practice. So I know those 2 guys won't be.
It's Fig?
Don't know.
Randy, obviously guys get evaluated all the times in meetings by position coaches and whatnot, but is there a point, when you get to this point in camp, do you tell certain guys you have to do X, Y, Z better to get on the field for this team? Do you lay it out that specifically for guys?
We do that. Hey, this is what we need out of you for us to become a better football team and things like that. And the guys know. It's not. And we don't pressure on you. We just want you guys to understand that we're going to be upfront and honest. And I think the more you're honest and upfront, you may hurt a lot of guys' feelings and things like that. But if you're upfront and honest, then now they'll respect you more.
Coach Jermaine Johnson, he said last year he felt comfortable with 75% of the offense. This year he feels comfortable with 100%. Have you noticed a difference just in his comfortability?
You're older. That's one thing you got to remember, fellas. It's just like going to, when you first get to college, you don't really know that much. And then as time goes on, you learn more and you learn more. And that's why these guys come in as young. A lot of people have high expectations for them, and we do too. But it's a learning process that they have to go through. And I think that the more that guys understand and people understand, it's a learning process and not just, okay, he's a great athlete. Great athletes, everybody should have great athletes on their football team. But it's how fast that you can learn.
When Figs out, do you even notice a difference with him in versus Figs? Are they both sort of the
Don't even look at it. I just want guys to go out there and compete.
Is there any concern with Fig, Randy, as far missing some work here?
No, not at all. He's a veteran guy, and he went 3 weeks, maybe 3 to 4 weeks, and he missed 3 practices. So you got to make sure you have a guy like that for the season and not for practice. So we're not really concerned.
Hey, how'd your on-field stuff last night with all the delays and distractions go, and then meetings and all that? You have to deal with it at some point this season.
We thought it was going to be really a tough situation, and we went in. We said, forget it, we're going to cancel it. It's done. We were over with. Then all of a sudden, 3 minutes later, the sirens say all clear. So then we came back out. Honestly, we got practice done in 45 minutes. It was the fastest we ever did, probably because it was cool. But it was good. There was a little adverse situation to see how those guys' mind was going to be. They came out and practiced like it was like another brand new day. So that was good to see.
And do you have, I know the kickers and those guys are working on dirt. Do you have O-line, those guys? Have they been over on baseball or something just to get a feel for dirt?
Mm-hmm. Not at all. We don't even get involved in it.
Do you not put in guys' heads as an issue? You just show up and play in it?
No, I always had a philosophy, and I learned this in coaching. Like you always, like you say, don't fumble the football. Well, you say don't fumble the football, the guy's not going to run very fast. So you protect the football, things like that. And so you just got to make sure you got to say, hey, keep moving your feet, and that's all the trigger words, and then they get better.
Will you go into the stadium, Randy, before the opening?
The one thing about playing on dirt, fellas, you can get real serious burns, and those burns are hard to, you can get a lot of staph infections from those burns if you're not careful. So we don't even go on.
So you're gonna be going both ways.
Yeah, we're just gonna go on that end.
Both halves of the fam game.
We done made a decision with fam. No. We just don't want to get those in the situation. You go up there and you practice this time of the year, and a guy can't that can get a dirt burn or sand burn. And then now he can't heal, and then he missed the FAMU game, and then next week it's Ohio State, and you're missing that game. You don't put yourself in that situation.
I know I'm going to get yelled at for asking about a game in the middle of October, but Florida State, do you expect that play?
I don't know. It depends on the Marlins. If they get hot, we'll be in trouble. If not, we'll be okay.
Randy, are you pleased with the depth at cornerback that you've seen this fall?
Yeah. McGee, Ryan, those guys, the two veteran guys came in. A lot of improvement from both of those guys, which was great to see. And then you got Van Dyke and you got Brandon.
Has that changed a lot, use of cornerbacks in the ACC? It seems like a lot of teams go on spread, you got to use more.
You always have to have corners. Typically you want to have 6 to 7 corners on your football team totally because of scout team and things like that. That's what gets exciting.
And where do you stand? Where are they practicing?
Who?
Ryan Hill?
Yeah, just said it. Ryan's practicing.
Okay.
JoJo's not right now.
He's not. The other thing is, I thought I heard you say the other day about that you're going to scrimmage during the day. I don't know if you said that before I got
Scrimmaging tomorrow.
To get a different feel?
No, just,
you know what I'm saying?
just moving the time ups, that's all.
Randy, where do you stand as far as kick returners, punt returners?
Still working on it. Still got a bunch of guys. We got some athletes back there from Brandon McGee, Mike James, Storm Johnson, Lamar Miller, Guado, Darian Hall. We got a lot of guys, so we're just working on it.
As far as Bosher goes, do you see him handling all three things?
Don't know yet.
Okay.
Don't know.